Okay, and we are back in...
We already back.
Hi,
Hi,
Sophie.
Sophie.
Rare appearance by Sophie.
Can you move?
We don't need to...
He'll be
Man,
back.
you just called... Here he comes.
I'm so sorry.
Alright, commence with Q&A.
Commence with the Q&A.
Well, man. Quit looking at the light, Sophie. You're going to go blind.
WWE Titantron Man says, "Are you excited about Brock Lesnar returning?"
Yes.
Let me go first.
Why do you get to go first?
Well, you can say yes.
Yes!
Are you done?
Oh, no.
Oh, Teddy, you scared Sophie.
God. Anyways, of course I'm excited about Brock Lesnar returning because it means big money.
Okay. I am less enthused. I am excited that they got UFC's top guy and he's going to bring in money, and I think it was a good business decision. However, I am not excited about everybody just being goo-goo gaga over a guy that just came back from a competing company.
But it's not competing.
No, we already discussed that in the last video. I done made my argument for that. Okay. So, yeah, that's how I feel. And
That's
to me,
it?
plus,
Oh.
as a newer fan, Brock Lesnar is just a UFC guy. Because ever since I've been watching wrestling, that's what he was doing. So you have to understand, my timeline is different than yours, and so is everybody else's timeline that hasn't been watching wrestling for a gajillion and a half years.
But
So,
you haven't watched wrestling long enough to have an opinion.
so ridiculous.
You know, I think that that's kind of crazy that people say it, because like you've been watching for 5 years. At least you admit it, right?
Yes, I'm not trying to hide here, guys.
I know, but I'm just saying. Like, I think it's ridiculous because people act like you have to watch wrestling for 10 years to have any kind of say. Like, how long is most college degrees?
I mean, 4 years, 6 years,
Like,
or
2
8
years, 4 years? It's like ridiculous to say you know nothing unless you've been watching for 10 years. And the guys who are like, I've been watching for 33
And you know what?
years.
I'm sorry, but you guys just have, I mean, the people that have been watching forever just have a different perspective than somebody who hasn't.
Right. And see,
Does
this is...
not mean that either perspective is
All right.
correct or incorrect.
And here's the thing. You're not 5 years old.
No, I'm not.
You are an adult.
I am
so
a grown-up.
watching wrestling when you're 5 years old for 5 years is different than watching wrestling when you're 23 years old and you've been watching for 5 years.
True.
Plus, you don't, like, the whole thing about you watching wrestling is like a little bit different, alright? Because you watching wrestling and knowing about matches is different from like your perspective, right? You like know more about the business aspect of business and whatnot.
Well, I just think about it more.
But you're more knowledgeable about...
What, as a grown-up?
No, I mean, like, from your experience and your knowledge base is more about knowing about, like, marketing and whatnot.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, well, that's different from just knowing how a match is structured.
Oh, okay.
Because wrestling is more about...
where you're going.
Yeah, because wrestling is more than matches. At least WWE is.
Yeah.
So I think that, like... Your perspective also matters because of that.
Well, thank you.
Don't you think so?
I think so.
I'm just giving some people some perspective because it's not like you're 8 years old and you're like, I love John Cena, because you're not like that and you don't love John Cena.
I don't love John Cena.
So.
I just think he does a lot for the company.
Yeah.
Okay, that was kind of a tangent, but
well, I thought it made sense, but apparently you didn't think it made sense.
No, it went through. It's just his question was, "Are you excited about Brock Lesnar?" So we weren't trying to imply that you thought that or anything. It just took us down that path because we've been wanting to say that for a while.
Well, it's just because when you get 200 questions or 200 slam.
Holy crap! Yeah, I'm sorry if we seem a little defensive about certain things, but
when you get 200 comments on your Raw review,
they were all like, "You stupid idiot."
Yeah.
Sorry, some defense mechanisms come out.
So if there's defense, that's why.
That's why we feel that we need to defend. Even though, actually, I think, like, these people are not the same people.
Well, they're not.
They're not the same people, but...
Because those people, well, a lot of them...
random people.
There was a lot of cursing and misspelled words in those comments.
These people are our people.
There are people.
And our people are nice.
Yeah. Some of those people were nice, though.
Some of the people were. And they'll probably become our people.
That would be nice.
It would be nice. Okay, anyways, moving on.
We don't have to be so defensive now. I think we got it out.
I think mostly, yeah.
We'll
it might come up again, we'll see.
See.
Shadnick 2012 says, "Y'all are the best." Thank you.
Awesome.
I have two questions.
We're the best in the world at what we do.
I have 2 questions.
Was that not creative?
No. For Chronics. Focus now. Focus now.
I'll try.
How do you feel about witnessing the return of Brock Lesnar? But this is only for you.
This is for me?
So you may answer.
If it wasn't already spoiled like the day before the dirt sheets, I would have crapped my pants. I would have. But I was still like, wow, this is crazy. Because if you would have told me 6 months ago, a week ago, a year ago, 7 years ago, whatever it was, I wouldn't have believed it. Like, I really didn't think he'd ever come back and do a match. So, I thought he might have came in the Hall of Fame. Like, come back and compete. I just never saw it happening.
Technically, we don't know. I mean, do we know for sure he's going to compete?
Well, according to the dirt sheets. But yeah, I'm pretty sure he's going to have a match. I mean, why would he come in and F5 John Cena if he's not going to do anything?
I wasn't saying I didn't think he was. I was just wondering if it was confirmed.
Yeah.
Alright, now, my question. For Crystal, how do you feel about Undertaker's new look? Well, I felt that his jacket was one of the coolest jackets I've ever seen in my life.
I think he's referring to the hair.
He said new look. I can interpret that in whatever manner that I choose.
You're wrong!
I was going to talk about the hair, too. Anyway.
Maybe if you've been watching Ring of Honor, you would understand that he was talking about his hair. If you watched Ring of Honor, you would obviously know that he was talking about his hair.
Okay.
Because we know about
Holy
looks.
crap, I've been talking about his hair now.
Okay.
Okay.
Just making sure you knew.
I know. I just wanted to talk about the jacket because I thought it was awesome. I mean, I'm a girl, so I talk about clothes. Take that.
You don't talk about hair in your girl?
Not as much.
That was a crappy argument.
Alright, anyway.
Maybe if you know who Dean Ambrose
Will
was.
you be quiet? Put the booze down. Anyways.
I haven't even finished one shot.
Okay. Alright. As far as the hair goes, honestly, I think he looks better now with the no hair look. Because I really like his long hair back in the day, and everyone knows that I love long hair in general. But it was getting stringy, nappy, and like balding looking.
Bald.
And so now I think with the shaved hair, he looks tougher now because he doesn't look like a stringy old man, and he looks a lot younger. So I give him. I think it
was good, and
it was a good thing.
And you know what?
They built it up really well. And this was my question. I didn't talk on your question.
Okay.
Yeah, what you think about that?
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
I like his MMA gloves, by the way.
Okay. Alright.
I thought that was good. This MMA style hair.
Okay. The Undertaker. We don't want to beat a dead horse, okay? You're in danger of beating the dead horse.
Okay.
The Undertaker 112789 says, "Do you guys like Ring of Honor?" No.
Look, I'm sorry. If I didn't have my full-time job and the whole YouTube thing and the band and we're moving and everything else in the world, maybe I could watch more than 10 hours of wrestling a week. But 10 hours of wrestling a week is kind of a lot. And watching Ring of...
10 hours?
Well, okay, you got a 4-hour WrestleMania. Sometimes
That's not every week, though.
Well, sometimes it's 10 hours. 3-hour Raws sometimes. You have NXT, which is like an hour or whatever, and Superstars.
I didn't know you watched all this stuff. But okay.
Sometimes. Not every week, but most of the time I watch all of those.
Okay.
And SmackDown.
My thing is that...
It's a lot of wrestling to watch.
That too, but I like wrestling...
With high production value, yeah.
With the video packages and the fireworks,
the high production value,
and the soap opera drama,
the storyline bullcrap.
I could give a crap about the actual in-ring technical ability. Oh my gosh, I said it. So therefore, Ring of Honor doesn't interest me. I mean, it matters a little bit, but that cannot entertain me for more than 5 minutes.
I mean, I know that there's a lot of people watching this video that be like, man, Ring of Honor is the best, but there's also a lot of people out there who feel the exact same way you do.
Yeah, and I mean, it's just the truth.
And I mean, we don't bash Ring of Honor, we never have.
We do make fun of it a little.
I know, but we make fun of WWE.
That's true, we do.
We make fun of WWE more than anything.
And I mostly make fun of Ring of Honor because of all the people that tell me that I don't know anything until I watch Ring of Honor.
I know, that's just irritating. Come on, man.
But he didn't say that. He just asked if we liked it, so...
Then respect.
No. We were being respectful. Alright. Crazy Ninja Master 33 says...
I have watched some of their matches and liked it, though. I'll say that.
Okay. Alright. If you could make... And I do think it's a good grooming ground for WWE.
It is! You got people like CM Punk and Daniel Bryan.
I will agree with that. It is a good grooming ground for WWE.
Well, obviously, you know, it's another wrestling organization, so once they get good wrestlers, they can be like, oh, WWE. Oh, and that's another thing. It's like, you know, Ring of Honor's so awesome, but why does their talent keep leaving? It's about the money, man.
It is about the money.
It's always about the money.
Alright, so Crazy Ninja Master 33 says...
He asks a question every time. 50th subscriber, represent!
I think it's because you say that every time.
Crazy Ninja Master 33 is our 50th subscriber, and I'll never forget that. I don't know why.
If you could make your own custom title belt, what would it look like?
Oh, God.
Mine would be...
Oh, God. It would have Mick Foley's face.
Like, smashed into it.
No!
Like my fist with his face. No, I think it would be a cool color, though. I think it would be, like blue with, like, lime green swirls or something.
Oh, so it would look exactly like the Immortal title in TNA.
Yeah, I don't know what that looks like.
Yeah, you don't watch TNA.
But it would be a cool, bright color like that. And then it would be, like, shiny. Yeah.
I think mine would be, it would be look kind of like the old Intercontinental belt, but with the Attitude Era designs on it. I don't know. Man, I'm bad at this. I don't know.
We're not artsy people.
Yeah, my belt would suck.
My belt would be awesome.
Well, I'm being realistic.
I'm being realistic. I think my belt would be great.
See,
okay.
Lola Princess on Twitter says LOLA Princess at, I said that backwards, I'm dyslexic, I'm sorry, at LOLA Princess says, Chronics, say go with the Jägermeister, and I say, yes, I am.
Are you tweeting during our video?
Yes.
I know my Twitter account. That's you.
Alright, so go ahead.
Alright. Now, Valhemian Rhapsody says, do you guys think the dirt sheets affect the shock value in WWE? In my opinion, you have to look no further than the return of Brock Lesnar. The crowd basically spoiled it for everyone. Congrats on 800 subs, and may God continue to bless Texas. LOL.
Well, that God can bless Texas for about another month.
Don't hate on Texas. I love Texas. I'm kind of sad that we're leaving Texas.
Yeah, I mean, the home of The Undertaker, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Mark Henry, Shawn Michaels, WCCW.
I mean, it is the best state in the whole United States, hands down.
That's true.
Hands down. We got dead armadillos and blue bonnets. We're awesome.
Half the people watching this video is like, what's an armadillo?
I know, because I'll never forget Mr. Justray's face as he pulled the armadillo out. Like,
he's like, what is this? Like, he's from Canada. He's never seen an armadillo.
It's an armadillo.
They're always dead. They try to cross the road and they die.
I've seen one live one. Poor things are blind and slow.
Yeah, well, that happens. And we run over them. And
I've never run over one.
Well, I mean, but they're always dead.
Okay. Now,
I forgot the question. I'm sorry.
Put it down. Put the Jaeger down. I told you it was a bad idea to get it anyways.
Just say it really fast.
Do you guys think the dirt sheets affect the shock value of WWE?
Yes. All the time. Every single time.
I agree as well. Okay.
Yeah, it's not like the olden days.
It's not.
Pre-internet. Oh, boy. That's when wrestling was good.
Alright. Now, Zombie Warrior 88, it's a cool name, says, what do you two think of Brock Lesnar returning to the WWE tonight? Well, we kind of already explained that, so we're going to move on. It was earlier. Okay. Now, X-Low-Key says, what characteristics does a wrestler... This is a good question, by the way. What characteristics does a wrestler have to have in order to gain your approval?
Oh, boy, man, that's actually a hard question.
Excellent question. I have thought about this.
Oh, boy, I'm really interested to hear what meets your wrestling quota.
What meets my wrestling quota? Okay. Well, number one, you have to have an interesting look. You cannot have just a bland, boring, generic look. You need to have something interesting about you.
So Stone Cold doesn't meet your criteria? Well, I guess his bald head and that counts.
He has a distinctive look.
You're not talking about just ring gear.
It doesn't have to be flashy. It doesn't have to be ring gear. You have to have something that makes you different. Like, I was going to give some examples. Like, Dolph Ziggler has his hair. The Miz has his beautiful blue eyes.
What? I thought his tights are cool.
His tights are also cool. I just want to throw in the pretty blue eyes thing. And
British Bulldog had an awesome attire.
Yeah, I don't know
just like,
about him.
Well, he's right there.
Oh, yeah, he did have an awesome attire. I mean, and then you have, Like if you have long hair, if you have no hair, if you have a cool jacket, you know, if
the
you
Undertaker,
whatever. You gotta have something interesting going on.
You gotta look. Okay, so I think this is a good example of why we don't exactly like CM Punk as much, because
Daniel Bryan.
Because they look so
generic.
average. They look like a dude, and that is a turnoff to me.
It is to me too.
I know a lot of people like that because, you know, they can...
Because it's more real and they can connect with them or
yeah,
whatever.
but to me, I'm just like, you're not special.
Okay.
But
and then,
I'm not saying they suck, I'm just saying on that aspect.
Yeah. The other thing is they have to have really good crowd psychology abilities. Now, this is not, what I'm talking about is not in-ring, like, technical abilities. I'm talking about, like, can you get in the crowd's head? Do you know what the crowd wants? Can you make them do what you want?
Like The Rock.
Can you connect with them on a level?
And
I was going to say, The Rock is the #1 best example of that.
Because he can command the audience and make them do what he wants.
And he just, like, he's so charismatic, and he's so, like, he
Vince
has
McMahon.
a special talent that no one else has. Vince McMahon is a good example as well.
Stone Cold.
And so, not as much, though.
Well, back in the day.
Okay.
Now he's kind of goofy in the ring.
Yeah,
I don't know.
goofy.
I don't get that.
So that's what I'm just saying. Like,
recently.
you need to have that ring psychology ability.
Vicky Guerrero.
She's very good at that.
John Laryngitis?
To me, like the way that you know, like that I know that people have that, is when you can walk out and say 1 or 2 words and get the reaction you want. Like, you don't need to wrestle for 20 minutes. You don't need to do anything
Chris Jericho
else,
can do that.
but show up.
Yeah.
And that's all you need to do.
And a lot of the new wrestlers, and I'm just saying.
Part of it is it comes with experience.
Yeah. And a lot of the wrestlers get big reactions, but they couldn't go out there and make the crowd do anything.
Like, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to crap on Daniel Bryan, but this is just another example of why I don't like him. Like, he cannot make the crowd do what he wants.
On this episode of SmackDown, he brought tremendous heat, though.
Oh, did he? Because
he
last
really
time I
did.
saw him, people were cheering him for doing heel
No, I
things.
gotta tell you, like, you gotta watch it, because he was able to make the crowd boo him. And people are still doing the yes thing, but he actually got heat, and he didn't have to, like, abuse AJ by doing it, like, verbally. Well, kind of. But it was good.
Okay. Well, I might have to retract my statement then, but last time I saw him, that was the case.
Yeah.
But Chronic said that's different now, so I'll take his word for it. But I'm just saying, so that's definitely the top 2 for me. Other things is, I mean, you need to bring the money.
You have to be able to bring money to me, too.
You need to bring
and
the money.
Also, about the wrestling ability, let me bring up this. Now, I don't care, and I'm going to say it, I don't care if you can wrestle 5-star matches, as long as you can do good psychology in the ring.
See,
like,
that's what I was saying.
Hulk Hogan couldn't wrestle a 5-star technical classic.
No, he can't. That man, like, does a leg drop, and that's it.
Exactly, but he can wrestle through the match in his own style with his own psychology. Like, he could convince anyone that he was going to die in the match and he was going to lose, but he would always use the facial expressions to build back up and win.
Even if it's just good facial expressions and knowing how to sell, like, that's worth a lot.
Like, the psychology to me. Yeah. So, yeah, like, I don't care if a guy can do, like, 1,000,000 technical moves if you can connect with the crowd. Because, trust me, I've seen plenty of matches my entire life where they do the arm drag, German suplex. It's like, oh, yeah, that's a technical masterpiece, but if it doesn't make psychological sense, then to me it doesn't matter.
That's right.
So,
yeah. And then,
like, Macho Man was great with his psychology in the ring, you know what I mean?
Yes.
So.
And then, bring the money.
Bring the money.
Bring the money.
If you don't draw money, I don't care about you.
That's
I'm sorry.
It's true.
So,
like, and then, bring the money. Ability to step up to the plate. Like, if you...
in a hard situation?
In any situation.
Like if you crumble...
If Vince gives you one chance on TV and you screw it up, done. That was your chance. Like, step up or get out of the way.
So I have to ask the obvious question. What about John Morrison?
To be fair, he didn't step up. I mean...
He didn't. In the R-Truth thing, in that storyline, he was put on the spot and he crumbled.
Didn't step up, and that's why he's not there. I mean,
well, he left on his own accord. But.
I know, but he wasn't getting big like
I mean,
he
wasn't going to be in the main event.
Yeah. Because I'm just saying, like, it doesn't, I mean, like I said, I really like John Morrison, but he didn't step up.
But it comes with time, and he has lots of potential. And
it does have lots of potential.
And I mean, there's a multitude of reasons why we like him. So
that's the last thing, because I can forgive a person or whatever, and kind of, if you have the other 3, I can go with it.
Yeah.
But it's like, it just makes it hard for me to really, like, get behind you if you didn't step up when you were given the chance.
Yeah.
So, interesting look, ring psychology, bring the money, step up to the plate.
Yeah, so I know that apparently that's a bizarre combination because a lot of people... Well, I guess it's not. Now that we explain it, makes sense.
Yeah.
But people always are like, well, why don't you like him? Why don't you like him? And it's usually because...
Thank you for, I think you did a really good job of digging down and being like, that's what everybody really wants to know. Good question.
That's true.
Okay.
Because we never, explained it.
We never did.
We've bits and pieces, but we've never been
all
like,
together.
That's what we want.
Yes. And
I think
with
it's a
the
good
step
list.
up to the plate thing, I mean, one time, okay, 2 times, maybe 3, 4 times, done. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. Okay, next question by X Loki. Who is, in your mind, the next face, it's in huge letters, that's why I said that.
Face?
Of the company. That's a tough one.
Well, we could say Sheamus, but now everybody hates Sheamus.
I know. I mean...
Fans turned on him.
I mean, are we talking, at the Dolph Ziggler-ish level?
I mean, that depends how long you're talking about. If you're talking about, 2 years, well, Sheamus and Cena are still faces. But if you're talking about...
5 years.
I don't know. Could Dolph Ziggler be a face?
No, but you know who I think could be a face? Cody Rhodes.
Yeah. I wouldn't have believed 5 years ago or whatever that Randy Orton would have been a big face, but somehow he is.
That still baffles me, but I think Cody Rhodes could be a
does
good
baffle
face.
me.
Penny, you're kind of bothering me.
I mean, and it's a hard question because people are already face. Do you think Daniel Bryan could be a face? Because people love him.
I have no faith in the guy. I think he's just a flash in the pan.
Really? But look at the level of his love.
I know, but I think
it's like at Stone Cold levels right now. I guarantee you in 6 months
That's
probably
what I'm trying
won't be.
to say.
Because, CM Punk was at that level.
Look,
and now he's...
This is actually really nothing personal against him. I don't think he has the experience to know how to capitalize it on this and propel himself upwards.
But he's got the experience in the ring.
I'm not talking about in-ring experience. I'm talking about crowd psychology experience.
That's debatable.
That's just what I think.
But yeah, as him as a face with the psychology, yeah, I think he can. I'll go ahead and say yes. I think Daniel Bryan could do it.
I don't think so.
I think he could.
Okay.
I think so.
Alright, third question.
But who knows? I still say Sheamus, man. I don't care if everybody...
I
don't care if everyone hates him or not. That guy has got the look and the size.
And he's really good with kids.
He really is.
And that's really important to WWE.
And he says arse, and that's funny. So...
It is important to WWE right now because they're kind of trying to move their target market, I think, reposition themselves.
Because obviously Cena can't be around more than 5 years.
Cena can't do this forever. Alright. What did you think of Lord Tensai's return? I didn't see it, so...
It was underwhelming, but... Yeah, he was really good in the ring. But with Brock Lesnar coming back the same night, it made it unbelievably unforgettable. So...
Okay.
Let me check this.
Alright, you go check that. I'll be flipping the page.
Alright, we got 7 minutes. It had a dying battery.
Okay.
So, we'll just keep going.
9 Child of Cybertron 6. 9 Child of Cybertron 6. Okay. Says, I have 2 questions. Number 1. If Eddie Guerrero, R.I.P., were still alive, do you think he'd still be wrestling? And if so, how do you think that he would be booked? I'm going to go ahead and say no, I don't think he'd still be wrestling.
Yeah, I mean, he was already getting old. And
yeah.
He died in 2005, so that was I
don't know, it's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while, so if he died in 2005... Yeah, I mean, obviously if he had the heart condition, he would have ended up dying anyways, probably.
Yeah, I mean, I was actually going to say that, but I was like, well, the question hinges on him still being alive.
I just don't see him still being around. And I would have, I bet Rey Mysterio would have been released by now.
Possible.
I mean, just because he's hurt so bad, and they pushed him for so long because of him dying, and... I mean, I just see him retiring. I would hate to imagine him being in TNA. But unfortunately, I'm just saying the way WWE is, if he hadn't died, they probably would have pushed him out. Just saying.
Okay.
Unfortunately, because you know how WWE is. Come on.
But if he was still in WWE, how do you think he'd be booked?
Oh. If he was still there,
yeah.
I mean, I don't know. He would just be facing some guy, I guess.
I think he'd be with the Big Show.
Really? Like a tag team?
No, like against him.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It just came to my head.
I guess he would be going against Cody Rhodes. I don't know.
I don't know.
It's like impossible.
Alright.
You have to like fill in the blank for all those years he was still alive.
Yeah. Number 2. Who do you think should be the next top guy after John Cena? We kind of went with Sheamus earlier.
Yeah, we've been going for Sheamus for a while.
Yeah. And then he says...
Trent Beretta.
Then he says, thanks guys, you're freaking awesome, keep it up.
Thanks, we'll try to be awesome. It's a hard job sometimes.
It is hard.